Every year as fall begins to wrap up, I start to recognize the signs that my birthday is approaching. The leaves fall, the snow covers the ground, and November rolls around in full swing. This is me. I know, I was a cute child. Today, I want to share my goals and dreams since I was a kid. As of now, I'm officially 2 decades old and I turned 21 in less than 7 days. Wow. When I was younger, I used to think that adults all had their lives together. Now I realize everyone is just pretending, and they're just acting. They're holding it in for the sake of others and maintaining an image. Let's be real, no one still knows how to do their taxes. So, here are 20 things I learned at 20. Hit the pause, grab a snack, watch my video, and enjoy, because it's going to be exciting, it's going to be fun, and this only took me 2 decades to learn. So, I have a mic. No one can say that I'm not a professional YouTuber anymore. An OG YouTuber when it's 2008, and I literally wrote I went to YouTube and watched videos. So, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Kaylia, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe down below and hit the like button if you'd like, because that really helps with my algorithm. Please. I chose this instead of seeking arrangements and having a sugar daddy, okay? This is the option. Okay, I'm kidding. So, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylia. I make lifestyle videos. Today, I am 7 days away from turning 21. I don't know what to think. Sorry, that was so bad. I don't want to make you go crazy. I've learned a lot. These 2 decades. And I decided today I'm going to graciously show you guys and teach you guys what I've learned. Because, I'm doing God's work, okay? I'm doing it. So you guys are welcome. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, feel free to fit. So watch till the very end, learn all 20, and then tell me down in the comments below what you guys learned throughout your life. So teach me some of your life lessons too, so I can be wise and I can be smart. So this is my journal, and this is where I write all my secrets in here. I hear some ASMR. So, number 1. To not take life for granted. You cannot take life for granted because you never know what day is going to come tomorrow. Number 2, gratitude is key. There have been a plethora of studies that have gone into this and have shown how gratitude directly links to increased happiness. And so I recommend that you check those out. Those are definitely so nice. Every night, if you want, write down 3 nice things, 3 things that you're grateful for before you go to bed. And trust me, in a month, if you're not happier, you can come back and leave an angry comment on my YouTube videos. Number 3, I think that everyone should listen actively. What I've learned from 2 decades is that by actively listening to people smarter than me, I actually grow with knowledge, and it makes me seem like less of an idiot. Sometimes it's better to not be the smartest person in the room. Number 4 is to not judge others, because when you judge others, you're almost projecting your insecurities, and you're seeing them for who you want them to be. You know what? Let's break apart from that. Let's be more open-minded, and let's increase our emotional quotient, and let's not judge others if we can. And if we do, let's try to figure out why we do and break them down. Water ASMR. I just spilled it everywhere. This is going poorly. That was a good water break. So number 5 is to always treat others how you would like to be treated, because I know, as cheesy as that sounds, it's kind of ridiculous. It's like, yeah, like we've heard that a million times before, but let's be real. Don't you want people to treat you how you treat yourself?
I hope this is working.
Do you ever just edit yourself and just realize how stupid you are? Because same.
Thanks a lot, you idiot. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thanks a lot.
Number 6 is to be able to empathize and to step into other people's shoes. because that's such a big one, and it's so important for you, especially as we're all growing and we're all maturing and we're heading into careers or new opportunities and different situations, especially with this global pandemic too. You need to step into other people's shoes and empathize, because a lot of people are losing their jobs, a lot of people are heading into depression and anxiety, and they're just confused about the future. And so don't add unnecessary stress to people's lives, and understand that, like, if you get a bad customer, if you're facing someone that's maybe having a challenging day, that it's okay. Not every day is perfect, and it happens. So empathize, step into people's shoes. Number 7 is learning that people show love in different ways. Man, oh man, that was a big one. Love languages, love attachment styles, how people say sorry, the different ways people say sorry. That's so Canadian, sorry. Just all the different books that I've been reading this year about the human psychology and just attachment theory and just relationships in general. That has taught me so much about everything and how people can love differently, and how maybe sometimes your spouse or your best friend isn't actually mad at you, but they're just not feeling the love that they deserve. So definitely, if you haven't already, read the 5 Love Languages by Gottman. Try to take the test, take any of these, and just kind of take them with a grain of salt, but then also understand how this psychology of human interactions and relationships can really help you strengthen your relationships. And this doesn't just go for your relationships, but this also goes for anything with career, how you talk to your boss, how you manage your day-to-day life. And so definitely I'm bringing that with me to the next years, and I'm gonna know this for the rest of my life. Number 8 is kind of a broad one, but it's to take every chance you can to grow.
I've always been afraid to grow, afraid of the unknown. I was anxious when I left Spain, scared to go back to my mundane life. I waited until the full lockdown.
Number 9 is for me to never retire, because it is such an important thing for me to not look forward to a life carved out where I can retire and relax and kind of take my time off in my life and just kind of harbor feelings or reminisce on life. No, for me, I'm gonna be one of those crazies that wake up and try to bike everywhere or take my camera and go meet everyone. Number 10 is let your curiosity reach the highest limits. And what does this mean? This means if you like to do something, if you're passionate about it, let your curiosity continue to reach the limits. I would say that the sky's the limit for most things that I like to do from YouTube. Everything I've learned about filmmaking and photography, everything was all free. It was off YouTube because I was 14 and 15 and I wanted to be creative, and don't ever feel limited by equipment. Number 11 is that healing begins the moment that you stop pretending that you aren't hurt, and that's a very, very important one. I think that a lot of people like to pretend and have a poker face that they're not really hurt, and like, oh, this didn't really matter. And like, we're in an age where ghosting is okay, where you just completely ignore the person. And since we're in a pandemic, that could be like the last time you ever even speak to someone. Let's just authenticate our feelings and validate them and just make it normal. Like, whether this is business or relationships, love, career, if you don't play any games with the person, you're never gonna lose. 13 is that small habits create long-term success. Yes, that is such a big one. Make your bed every day, drink your water, work out every day as opposed to a month. Number 14 is that nothing is permanent, and that's the beauty of life. It's okay to be vulnerable. It took me so long to realize that our society feeds on people who are vulnerable and who are very open with anything that they go through, whether troubles and anything that they struggle with. We see it as an illness. Yes, everyone goes through depression and anxiety, almost everyone in the world, and if not, they somewhat feel a degree of it. And so if only society could be more open-minded about a lot of Asian culture, is that they are very taboo with the idea of depression or mental illnesses in general. And I've seen through my grandparents, my family, and through my other friends too, that these type of things, they were never dealt with, and so they had to harbor these feelings, and so they never really understood, like, they don't really understand like what therapy is and what a psychologist is, and like they're like, you don't need that. But number 16 is that you need to show up. And this means for the people that you love, for the things that you love to do, and anything that matters to you. And there's a lot of times in my life where I would be like, oh, like if this person liked me, then he would do this, or if they really wanted the job, they would call me. But no, why don't you change the initiative and reframe the mindset? And why don't you try to show up? Because it goes both ways. Number 17 is to not live in someone else's shadow. If you know that you're good at something, and you know that if you think that your job is ending and that you've already grown out of the position and that you're doing better, and like that you're better, don't live in your own shadow. Don't live in that growth, and just try to go somewhere where you're appreciated, or do something yourself. Because number 18 is that life is unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. I've dealt with a series of events this year, from car crashes to the pandemic ensuing to having to evacuate London. It's so unpredictable, but that's okay. That's the chaotic beauty of it. You just have to learn to adapt and overcome. And the more you adapt and overcome, the more you're gonna develop your emotional intelligence. Number 19 is that it's never too late to start. I always thought that I'm like 20 or 19 and now I'm too old to start a YouTube channel, but I've been wanting to do this since I was 13 years old. And if you watch my Do What You Love video, I kind of explain all my history on it. And I thought about it, and I was like, why do I care? Why do I care what other people think? And like, why do I care what my own self-criticism and critical thoughts think? So, grand finale. I would say that number 20 is to surround yourself with good people, because you want to surround yourself with people that are good for you, and you want to surround yourself with people that know your worth, and you shouldn't lower your standards. There's never going to be an excuse for someone if they treat you poorly or if they're toxic to you, and that goes for families and friends. Like, think about and analyze your current situations. Are you truly happy with your partner? Are you truly happy with your family? And if not, what are things that you can do to change it? Surround yourself with people that are happy. Obviously, if you live in the house and your family's toxic, or you're in a friendship, it's like, do what you can to create a safe space for you and kind of walk out of places in situations that don't serve you, because life is too short to deal with people's bullshit, right? One of my last videos was how to stop caring, and Belle commented, been needing this, been crying in my room for days. And I was like, thank you so much, Belle, for commenting. That's so freaking sweet, and I'm sending you love. I hope that my videos make you happier and then feel happier after, because bye. I'm so close to 500 subscribers, so if you guys would subscribe, that would be so nice, and that would be so helpful.